Okay guys, so I'm back. So I'm going to show you how you can make your own this is a planner. I don't know about you, but in my planners I love like having lots of pins and selections and just lots of ways that I can juice it up a little bit. So that's what this DIY is about. So I covered it with just one of those fabric squares that you get from Walmart. Um, and I didn't iron it out, so it does have like little folds in it, but I don't mind that too much. I think it just adds texture, so I'm fine with that. So, but if you didn't want it to have the ridges, you know, and for it to have a fold line, I kind of like it because it kind of looks like it's quilted a little bit, then you could iron it and that would take care of the problem. Like I'll show you this one. So this one, I ironed the fabric before and it's really nice and smooth. It doesn't have any bumps or anything. So you could do that. It's just your preference. So to cover the inside of this one, I just cut out some fabric that I kind of liked. Kind of like things not so matchy-matchy. I like them to clash a little bit. So I just cut it out, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off that little edge because that's a little bit too long. Just like that. Alrighty. And I am going to just glue these down. So I made one for the back and one for the front. So I'm just going to take my Elmer's spray adhesive, and if you want to know how to cover, how you actually cover the cover, then I will put a link in the video to show you how to do that. So, because I did that before. So you're just going to give it a spray, and then you're going to set down your fabric. I love the Elmer's one because it's pretty movable. Like if you, so we'll start at one end. Like it's not, doesn't make a permanent bond as quickly as the other spray adhesives. So like Eileen's, like when you spray it, you better be ready to go because it's going to stick. So I do like that about Elmer's, is that you can make sure that things are nice and smooth. So that's how that looks, okay? And then I'm just going to do the back. So I'll just take it and I'm going to give it a shake. Just apply some spray. And you can apply the spray to the fabric or to the back. I'm just doing it for the back. And then I'll just start at one end at the top. Lift it up and I'll just secure it down just like that. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to embellish this baby. So like I said, for my planner, I really like to have like lots of components in it because I like to make like do a lot of different colors and different cool stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pin holder, okay? And they're really easy to make. You can make them on the outside like I did with this notebook. So this one just, you can just stick it in there and then you have your notebook ready to go. But I definitely want to use more than one pen and marker in this one. So I'll show you how to do that. And you don't need elastic. I'm just going to use hot glue. So what you'll do is you'll just take out your ribbon. This is maybe about, I don't know, maybe about 3/4 of an inch fabric. That's how thick it is, okay? And I'm going to actually put mine on the front. So I'm just going to cut out, maybe we'll make it the length of the cover, okay, for the composition book, okay? And then I do have a little bit of a Sharpie here, so I'm just going to kind of mark where I want it to go. So like if I had a Sharpies, because I like to use Sharpies, then I can kind of think about where I would want it positioned. So I think I'm going to position it here. I'm just going to make marks so that I know kind of where I want things to fall. So I'm going to make a mark there. So this is where I'm actually going to put mine. So it's about 1, 2, 3, maybe about 4 inches up. Okay, and then so I'm going to take it over to the end here, and I'll apply my hot glue there. Okay, and then I definitely want room enough for a Sharpie. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to adhere it. So I have my glue gun here, just like that, the very edge, and I'm just going to just poke that down. Hot glue, I think, works good. If you're concerned, you could totally sew it into your book and all that stuff, but I'm not really a sewer, so that is not something that I am very good at. So I can measure here, so that's the size that I would need for a Sharpie. So I'm just going to flip that over, and I'm going to take my hot glue gun, and I know how, now I know, like, I'm just going to flip that up, and see, I just created my own little pouch for my marker, okay? You might want to add just a little bit more. You can space them out as much as you want or whatever, okay? And then I'm going to make a thin one for a pencil. So if you wanted to, you could just grab a pen or a pencil. I'm going to use a thinner Sharpie this time. So I'll do a thin Sharpie. So I kind of know where it goes. So I can remove that. Just going to take, oops, sorry. Just burned myself. So I'm just going to take that, do that. I can actually use my marker here. I can flip this over, and I can make a little mark. But I wish that wouldn't have bled through, but so maybe I'll just flip it over. I'll just flip it over. And I think I kind of know where it is, but you can just space them out the way that you think. I mean, you guys know that I'm totally not a perfectionist, so. Okay, where the glue is, that looks about right to me. And I can just keep making these little riggets. Okay. So you're going to bring it up and press it down. Bring it up. Press it down, and maybe I'll do one more. This time we'll make it a little bit thinner. Okay. And this is actually going to finish me up here. Okay. And then you can just stick your pens in. Okay. And your pencils. And this way you have all your stuff in one place. Okay. So you can do a whole bunch of markers. You could make this go all the way to the end. You could kind of do it the way that you want it. So that's one embellishment that you can add. Now, something else that I also like doing is in my planners, I like having ribbons. So I'll show you how you can do that. So you'll just grab just some thin ribbon, as thin as you want in whatever color you want. Okay. I just have a bag here full of my own ribbons, okay? And I'm going to do 3, so you're just going to lay it out to the measurements that you want. If you wanted to, you could add beads on the end. It's up to you, okay? And I'm just going to give it a cut, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie these together, okay? Just like that. Okay. Okay, and then I can cut off those ends. Okay. Good. Alrighty. And then I can attach this. So what I like to do is that I'm going to lift this up a little bit, right in there, and I'm actually going to glue it right in between there. So you see how there's a little gap there? That's where I'm going to put a hot bit of glue. I'm going to trim these down so they're a little bit smaller, so you hardly have any room at the top, okay? And I'm just going to put a bead of hot glue. works right there. And working quickly, I'm just going to stick my ribbons in. Okay. And I can apply just a little bit more glue just to seal it up a little bit. So see, I'm just going to apply a little bit more glue. Okay. And now I have ribbons. So I can, like if I need to remember a particular day, I can just put my ribbons in. Okay. And if you want a tutorial on how I actually make them, like how I decorate the pages and the months, then I will totally do that for you. But this is kind of good. And then what you can also do too, which I'm going to do, is that I want to add something else to this cover. So I am going to actually write the word planners in glue and then glitter it. So I'll show you how to do that.